Justice League issue 10, written by Brian Hitch and art by Neil Edwards. Me and Connor read this, and this is a continuation, of course. We ended the last time with the Justice League coming to the house of this programmer who they believe might have designed the is virus the right word? Yeah, virus.
AI.
Yeah, AI, artificial intelligence. Yeah, that's infected the Watchtower, tried to infect Cyborg and Simon's Green Lantern ring, and they trace it back here. And most of the issue is them in the house, just like talking to this guy and his kids about what's going on. And this is when I feel like over-explaining this is kind of like I was having more fun with this arc, but the explanation for how this all happened is a bit convoluted and a bit loopy.
Yeah, I'm going to go out and say the best thing about this issue is Yannick Paquette's variant cover, which is utterly gorgeous.
Sure, I won't argue with that.
That's Paquette, though, too, right? Like,
Yeah, but this is particularly great.
So,
gotcha.
so they've traced this back to this guy, and this is the guy, obviously the husband of the one woman who died in the first arc, with all the kindred stuff. Only one person died and all that. I'm still in shock that's the thing.
Yeah, I know.
But so they come out and say, "Oh, this is your code. You wrote this when you were in college, when you were like a big time hacker or whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, but I wouldn't hurt anyone. Like, I wouldn't kill someone. I mean, I don't blame you for my wife's death. It's not your fault. And then the daughter's like, "Oh, Dad, I might have used that code to make an app for a new search engine called Genie because it grants wishes. It learns what you want from questions that you ask it, So this is what's caused everything." And then it turns out her little brother has been using the app as a game and has been playing games like, "Oh, I've been, what if the Justice League failed that day and Mum was still alive?" And it was him entering stuff into the search engine on her tablet or laptop that's caused this AI to actually do all this stuff in the real world. Bit messy.
It is. The thing is, it's not bad as an issue. It's just convoluted.
It's just convoluted. And the art's very kind of mediocre, I'd say.
It is. I'd agree with that. But I like a lot of the dialogue, weirdly, which is something I don't usually say for Hitch.
Yeah, I think like Wonder Woman immediately kind of believe in her and or believe in him and her and like try to console them and feel like we're going to make everything okay like really quickly, compared to like Batman who's like, wait, you're trying to steal all the money from LexCorp and Wayne Corp, Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah. Barry asking for the energy drinks.
Barry asking for there was some fun little tidbits in there, but as much as I'm still definitely enjoying this arc way more than the first one. Oh yeah, because at least I'm following it and I understand what's going on, as opposed to the last one where there was giant people made out of people.
Yeah, and the thing is, I really like the ending as well, where basically the kid just told the app, "Oh, what would happen if all their villains kind of teamed up and showed up?"
When they teased this, when he said, "Oh, what if all the villains show up to like fight them?" I was like, "Oh yes, this could be a lot of fun." And then over the next couple of pages, other than Giganta, they reveal what I can only refer to as a list of V-list villains.
I don't know. Vertigo's not that bad.
Okay, Vertigo, but Vertigo, like obviously Scarecrow eventually shows up, who is definitely the biggest one. But
it's the splash page where they reveal a bunch of them, and that feels like the Z-listers.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of no-name like there's a freeze power guy, and it's not Captain Cold, it's not Killer Frost, it's not Mr. Freeze. Who is it, Connor? You're looking at it?
I'm looking at it right now. It's Cold Snap.
It's Cold Snap.
Oh. It's not even Icicle. Come on.
They're not even Icicle. Cold Snap.
Right. So the ones we've got Giganta.
Right, fair.
Heatstroke, which is not that bad.
Heatwave for Jace.
Yeah, pretty much. We got Jinx. We got Mammoth. We got Major Disaster. Plastique.
Come on, this is a list of
Scott Liddell's last stuff.
Yeah. Girder. Simon.
Girder.
That's with the P for the telepath
right,
stuff.
Come on, though.
Yeah.
Shimmer.
Another Fatal 5.
Right, a list of all of our greatest villains are going to come and get us because they want this money that's been placed on our head. And this is the team that show up?
Yeah, like it starts, we get Giganta, and then you get Vertigo, and you're like, oh, this could be good. And then you get this splash page of all of these, and that's it. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, this would be the time to bring in, like, I don't know, like Metallo and Joker and like all these big names like from all the different characters, all their villains, like and have like this mega Injustice looking league kind of thing coming at us. But no, we get this list of nobodies.
Yeah, and this is how you tell if you hadn't got the idea already. This is how you tell this isn't truly a flagship book, because they're not allowed to use anyone.
Yeah, they're not allowed to use any of the big names.
I mean, Girder, Simon, Mammoth, Jinx, like those are big time. Like those are Teen Titan and Wally West villains. Like,
yeah, it's not even a criticism of any of them on their own. It's just
no, but that's not Justice League villains. Like, you don't need the Justice League for these guys. And Cold Snap and Heatstroke, I go deep into DC continuity. I can't even tell you what they look like.
Heatstroke's basically female Firestorm villain.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
God.
But yeah, not. See, that might have been a cool one if Firestorm was on the team.
Yeah.
But what's the point?
Cold Snap.
Cold Snap, just like what?
No, it's not even Icicle. Cold Snap. I love that reaction, Matt. Not even Icicle. And Icicle is not even like even Icicle would be a laughing stock. What
well, like Icicle's like old school JSA villain.
Yeah.
Like
what was that one in the Batman annual again? There was a new one in that. It was.
Oh man.
It was like an old guy. It was. Oh, he wasn't old, but it was like it was like Minister something.
Blizzard.
Minister Blizzard.
Minister. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Minister Blizzard. That's enough cold villains, right? We've had enough of them now. Stop
I'm sure we said this last week when it was like, hang on, there's a lot of cold villains here.
Yeah, right. Cold Snap. If anyone knows what Cold Snap's from, by all means let us know, because I've never heard of the bastard.
So now officially, I think Icicle's entered my Legion of Superheroes and Booster Gold fandom, just out of necessity. Until they start using them, I'm gonna keep talking about them.
Because let's look at this, right? Obviously, A-list cold villains, Mr. Freeze. Right, I think we agree with that. Then you get Captain Cold slotting right under there.
A-. Yeah.
A-, B+, kind of in that realm.
Yeah.
Right? And then Killer Frost, B-, kind of area.
Yeah, that's being generous.
She's benefited from the Flash show, though.
Yeah, she has.
Which I do recommend people to track down, though. I think, I'm trying to remember who wrote it. I think it was Sterling Gates. But wrote The Thing inspired origin for her in the Villains Month issue.
All right, okay.
So if you want to track down the Killer Frost, that one was really good.
I remember that issue. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
But of course, we're going to have her as an anti-hero in JLA next year, so she's obviously getting more time soon.
Yeah, and that's good. And you don't want to show up as a villain if you're going to use her in JLA, so that's cool.
And then,
but like,
Icicle then is like D-list.
Yeah.
D-lister, right?
Yeah.
He's a solid D-lister, but he's D-list. And then I'm going to go with Minister Blizzard over Cold Snap because at least that's a cool name.
Cold Snap just looks like he even looks like a knockoff Captain Cold.
He does.
Slash Frozone from The Incredibles.
No, do you know what he looks like? He looks like a knockoff of New 52 Captain Cold, where he's got this visor that's like it's not like Captain Cold's visor. It's almost like it's like a Cyclops visor, but it's got like the white and blue streak over it.
It reminds me of Carl Rayner's mask.
I could see it in my brain before you said it. When you said visor,
But his powers seem to be like Frozone in The Incredibles, where he slings it and slides on it.
So that deflated the.
Man, where's my super suit?
The possibly cool ending of this was deflated by this list of nobodies.
That said, a couple of pages later, then they start fighting all them like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And then we get Amazo at the end, which
we do.
I like, but didn't we just have this in Justice League not that long ago?
Yeah, it was like the second last arc of the New 52.
It was like right before all the Darkseid stuff, right?
Yeah, it was right before that. Yeah. So that was a bit strange. Meanwhile, Batman's in the house with the family because he's like, all right, rest of the you with superpowers, you take care of all these, nut jobs. I'll protect the family in the house, and that's where Scarecrow shows up and his fear toxin goes rampant and everyone starts freaking out.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to keep reading it, but I mean, hell, if we can make fun of it at least like this, then
real quick. So I looked up Cold Snap.
Okay.
And he came about in Batman and the Outsiders right before Crisis on Infinite Earths, and so he kind of got.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Crisis on Infinite Earths?
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Right, mid 80s. We're in the mid 80s here, folks.
1984 Batman and the Outsiders #9, and he debuted with Heatstroke. So, yeah. All that's really said about him is his given name is Daryl, surname unknown, and that's about it.
Daryl Cold Snap. Cold Snap. Who is Daryl?
Yep, he was part of a supervillain group known as Masters of Disaster.
That is amazing.
Imagine, okay, I like Masters of Disaster, that's quite good. But imagine, like, the TV show The Flash, for some reason they didn't let them use Captain Cold and Heatwave.
Yep.
So we got Cold Snap and... Heatstroke. I'd already forgotten her name. Like, come on. Anyway, that's Justice League, folks.
Yeah, so the Masters of Disaster, get this. Their powers are modeled after natural disasters. So you got Cold Snap, Heatstroke, New Wave, Shakedown, and Windfall. I'll let everybody else look up them and decide what those powers are. But I guarantee they're like the Planeteers. Each one has a different element. Yeah. Wow. So this was the most Justice League talk I participated in quite some time. So.
Well, you hear Cold Snap, you just have to jump in and give your opinion.
How can you not?
Yeah.
And it's almost worth us reading that just for this nonsense alone.